everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and if you're new to the channel, welcome! Today we're looking at my Star Wars Armada collection for 2018. To date, I have every single expansion they ever made for the game, and I love them to death. Every single ship is beautiful in my opinion, so this is a great game. I suggest you get into it, and if you're into miniatures like myself, go for it. These things are beautiful. Now, before we take a look at my collection and my top 3, which was very hard to choose from since I do love them all, there are some things I do want to talk about. Many people often ask me questions in the comments, so I want to try and nip them in the bud right now. Star Wars Armada is made by the company called Fantasy Flight Games, who also makes Star Wars X-Wing. Now, Star Wars Armada is a tabletop game, and to play the game you need the core set and a 3-foot by 6-foot space. Now, to answer some questions about the miniatures themselves, they are not to scale, and they are made out of plastic. There is no die cast on any of these bad boys. And finally, this game can be very, very pricey, but in my opinion, it is so worth it, not only for the game, but the beautiful miniatures, which are greatly detailed and nicely painted. So, enough of me yapping my mouth, let's look at my collection. Alright, starting this collection off, we have our Interdictor. Very awesome looking ship. One of my favorites. I love the design and the half hemispheres. Great stuff. We have the Profundity, the MC-75. Great stuff. The MC-80, Home 1. Beautiful looking ship. The Imperial Star Destroyer. Fantastic looking sculpt. Amazing ship. And the Chimera, which I like a little more because of that beautiful paint job. Fantastic stuff. The Liberty. And then we have 2 Victory class Star Destroyers. One from the standalone set and one from the core set. Then moving on over, we have the Assault Frigate Mark II. Beautiful looking ship. I like that quite a bit. We have the Quasar. Very nice. And the Gladiator. Looking good. The MC-30. The Phoenix Home, beautiful looking ship, the Akatans, the Flotillas, the Imperial Raider, and a Hammerhead. We also have another Hammerhead over here, 2 Nebulon B frigates, great stuff, and all our squadrons. Look at all of them. Then we have 2 Corellian corvettes, followed by more squadrons. I got every single one of them too. Pretty sick. Alright, before I get to my top 3 ships, I do want to go over how I store my materials. First of all, my Armada ships, each one I wrap in bubble tape, and then I put them in a clear jug. Usually I buy them at Walmart. Here we have one that I am unwrapping for all my larger X-Wing ships. And, yeah, it works pretty good. Now, if you play a lot and you're always on the move, I do fully recommend the nice foam trays. They are a little pricey, but it's maximum protection. If I had the money, that's what I would do. Now, for my tokens, dials, and everything I need to play, I keep it in these little tackle boxes I get from Walmart. They're pretty cheap. They come with nice blue dividers, and they're durable. Now, when I open this up, here inside we can see everything we need to play. Our cards over here, all our tokens, dice, our maneuvers, everything, even our, it's in here somewhere, hold on, I got it, our ranges, so that's pretty awesome. Like I said, all the dials, great stuff. So now I'll show you how I do my cards. Alright, for organizing my cards, I have a binder here with a printout I made, nothing flashy, but it works for organizational purposes. For the ship cards, I use turret sleeves. I don't recommend them since they fall out all the time, they're not really tight, but it's what I could get. So as I flip here, Armada is a great game. Not only does it have beautiful miniatures and great cards with artwork, but it's a game of strategy in terms that you don't just organize your fleet to attack your opponent. No, you gotta customize your fleet and build it the way you want to play. And I've seen people have gunboats, carriers, you name it, people have done it, and I love that aspect. Now, as we come to the end of the ship cards, we're going to get to the upgrade cards, which I use the same sleeves for my X-Wing collection upgrade cards. And as you can see, it works pretty well. They're the same size, obviously, but pretty cool. So a lot of people talk about the future of Armada, and they ask for sequel trilogy ships, and I don't get it. Like, we just saw The Last Jedi. the Resistance had basically nothing. Maybe 4 ships. The First Order had about 2 different types or 3 different types. Like, if it was me, I personally would do the Clone Wars. You have the CIS, the Republic, tons of ships to choose from, great fighters. I think the possibilities are endless there. And we should be coming to the end of this soon. And head into the squadrons. Now for squadrons, all cards aren't in here. Usually when I'm done reviewing, that's when I'll organize all the tokens and stuff. So for this, I just have basically what I reviewed on my channel. And then that's it. And then of course we have our different cards on how to play. Different scenarios. And that's basically it for the most part. So now let's check out my top 3 ships. Now, since there's not too many Armada ships out there, I decided to go with the top 3 of my personal favorites. So the first one up is the MC-80 Battlecruiser, also known as the Liberty. This is one of my favorite models. It looks great, beautiful paint, and it adds a lot to the game for the Rebellion faction. It's actually really good. For my second favorite ship, we have the MC-75, another Mon Calamari cruiser, also known as the Profundity. A beautiful looking ship, very unique, and it does stand out in my collection. I love it quite a bit. And for my number 1 spot, we have the Chimera, Admiral Thrawn's Star Destroyer. This thing is great. It has the same mold as the original Star Destroyer, but that paint apps really sell it to me with that double-headed Hydra. Awesome! And that's my favorite 3 ships out of the set so far. Do you agree? Do you have a favorite of your own? Let me know in the comments below. So that's everything I have to say about my Star Wars Armada collection for 2018. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you'd like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.